Imagine, for just a moment, that the quiet solution to some of our greatest health challenges is not tucked away in a laboratory or hidden behind a pharmacy counter, but right within reach in your kitchen. Picture the everyday foods you might overlook: the humble tomato, the uniquely textured cherimoya, the simple choices you make at the grocery store. Science now tells us these choices can have far-reaching effects on our well-being, especially as we age, and may even tip the scales when it comes to preventing diseases like cancer. Let's begin with what's likely the most familiar: the tomato. For generations, this vibrant fruit has been a staple in kitchens around the world. But new research is shining a light on the remarkable power of one of its key nutrients: lycopene. Lycopene is a potent antioxidant, working behind the scenes to fight the kind of cellular stress and inflammation that lay the groundwork for cancer. Particularly impressive is its impact on reducing the risk of prostate cancer and supporting a healthy heart. But here's a detail that's too often missed: how you prepare your tomatoes can radically change how much lycopene your body actually absorbs. A pivotal 2005 study found that cooking tomatoes, especially with a healthy fat like olive oil, can increase plasma lycopene levels by a staggering 82%. In other words, simply simmering your tomatoes gently in olive oil, think of a classic Mediterranean sauce, unlocks far more of this protective compound than eating tomatoes raw or plain. It's a simple, actionable tweak. Turn to cooked tomato dishes, drizzle with extra virgin olive oil, and let the science work for you. This isn't just tradition, it's a research-backed strategy to fortify your body's natural defenses. Now, let's talk about another fruit that's only beginning to get the recognition it deserves: cherimoya, also known as the custard apple. At first glance, cherimoya appears unassuming, its green, scaly skin hiding a creamy, fragrant interior. But recent findings from the American Center for Natural Health Research have catapulted cherimoya into the spotlight. In laboratory studies, extracts from this fruit inhibited colorectal cancer cell growth by as much as 70%. The secret lies in its rich supply of acetogenins and natural vitamin C, compounds that empower your immune system to spot and destroy dangerous cells before they take hold. What does this mean for you? If you're over 50, the science suggests that integrating cherimoya into your weekly diet, just half a fruit 3 or 4 times a week, could help shore up your body's defenses. The vitamin C in cherimoya doesn't just function as an antioxidant. It also supports the production of white blood cells, which are your body's first line of defense against illness. The fiber in this fruit helps stabilize blood sugar levels, crucial for managing weight and reducing inflammation, both major factors in cancer prevention. So, how do you make the most of these natural protectors? Start by being intentional about your food choices. When you see tomatoes at the market, plan to cook them gently with a swirl of olive oil. Whether in a hearty sauce, a warming soup, or a roasted side dish, this simple method transforms a basic ingredient into a nutritional powerhouse. For cherimoya, seek out ripe fruits with a sweet aroma and a slight give to their skin. Scoop out the luscious flesh, but remember to discard the seeds. They're not meant for eating. Enjoy cherimoya on its own, blended into smoothies, or as a fresh topping for yogurt or oatmeal. But what about the bigger picture? Why do these foods matter so much, particularly as we grow older? The truth is, cancer risk rises with age, and our bodies become less efficient at repairing cellular damage. By embracing foods rich in antioxidants and bioactive compounds, we give ourselves a fighting chance, strengthening our immune system, reducing chronic inflammation, and supporting overall cellular health. The Mediterranean diet, celebrated for its abundance of fruits and vegetables, has been shown in a joint study by the Carlos III Health Institute and C2 to reduce the risk of colorectal cancer by 16% compared to typical Western diets. The lesson is clear: what you eat every day matters, perhaps more than you've ever imagined. It's also important to be aware of what to limit or avoid. Processed foods, saturated fats, and sugary snacks create an environment in the body where inflammation flourishes. Processed cheese, for example, has been linked in recent research to a 23% increase in the development of cancer cells. Regularly consuming packaged fruit juices, often thought to be healthy, can dump excessive sugar and chemical additives into your system, stripping away the benefits that whole fruits offer. Instead, pivot to foods that work for your health. Choose natural cheeses from goat or sheep's milk. Opt for fresh, whole fruits over juices. When it comes to fish, skip the varieties packed in refined oils and reach for those preserved in olive oil or water, or go for fresh or frozen options. These small, consistent choices add up, building a foundation for health that can last a lifetime. As you reflect on these insights, remember that the most powerful health changes often come not from dramatic overhauls, but from small, sustainable habits. Cooking tomatoes with olive oil, enjoying cherimoya a few times a week, choosing whole foods over processed ones. These are steps anyone can take, regardless of cooking skills or nutritional expertise. Nature, it seems, has equipped us with everything we need to thrive, if only we listen to the science and embrace its gifts. The path to empowered aging isn't about deprivation or complicated regimens. It's about rediscovering the wisdom in the foods our ancestors cherished, supported now by cutting-edge research. So, the next time you walk through your kitchen, see it as a place of possibility, a space where every meal is an opportunity to nurture, protect, and celebrate your health. The real secret to longevity and resilience may not be new at all, but rather a return to the nourishing traditions right in front of us. With every bite, you're choosing the future of your body, your energy, and your quality of life. And that's a future worth savoring.